Yo, how you doing? How's it going? Back in black with some more Enlisted news. Today they just keep pumping these updates out back to back. They released a PS5 and Xbox update that introduces the new Lone Fighters mode, which has been converted into hardcore mode, and they are nerfing artillery very heavily again because apparently that was still too catastrophic for a lot of players. But before I get into that and all the other news, if you guys are new to the channel and you love shooting games, make sure you guys hit that like button and drop the subscribe as well. Any support you guys do give me, we'll make sure you guys actually get teammates that play the objective. And I'm almost at 150 subs, so help a brother out. I appreciate it. Anywho, let's get into the news. First thing on the list of big news is the fact that they have added a new map to the Invasion of Normandy campaign. That well, the good thing about this map is that it also starts on the beach, but just from a different perspective, and it will end up at the town of Versailles, which is another map that is also in the game. So I just hope they make it look noticeably different from the first beach landing map because I don't know, they could have did like Point Du Hoc or something like that. That would have been cool, but we'll see what they do with this one. As far as the gameplay, like I said before, they added the Lone Fighters mode. This is just basically a hardcore mode where friendly fire is turned on, the HUD is minimal, and if you shoot your teammates, you will lose experience and get kicked out from the game. They added, by building a new rally point, the old one will now automatically be destroyed. That is very convenient. I'm glad they added that. I was talking about that in my last video. Control point markers in the training will now be displayed on the minimap. This is just if you're trying to learn the map so you can, see what kind of angles you want to take to get to the objective. If you're like, working on your map knowledge and stuff like that. Very, top level hardcore stuff if you want to be really good at this game. I don't know if your casual player will be too much into that. Let's see. Tutorial for navigating the game interface has been added upon reaching the second level of the campaign. Not really worried about that. Ammo and healing requests are now blocked while a player is behind a stationary machine gun. That would basically just control block you a lot of the time, and it was kind of annoying. So I'm glad they fixed that. Um, conquest mode messages are now appears indicating that the available squad response have been exhausted. Just UI quality of life improvements. The operation of console aiming assistant has been improved. I think that just means they made aim assist even stronger than it was, which I didn't think anything was wrong with it, but I mean, if people are complaining that it's too hard to aim in this game, you should definitely check out my controller video I posted a couple of months ago. I will link that down in the description. Let's see. Improvements to AI soldiers. AIs will now change their holding position if the player gets too close to them. They did this because sometimes when you would be standing right by them, they would just like stand in your way and block your like gun, and you would not be able to shoot through them. And basically, it would get you and that AI killed because y'all would both just be standing in the same spot. So basically, the spacing is a lot better. The order to attack vehicle will now be carried out by just one soldier instead of the entire squad. So basically, your whole squad won't throw 18 explosive packs at one tank. Only one guy will try it at a time. That's actually pretty solid. I'm not mad about that. AI soldiers who have received improved pathfinding and will no longer occasionally jump when respawning. It's basically they just have improved navigation. That's all that is. This is the big juicy part of the video right here. They have heavily nerfed artillery again due to complaints from the community. Only one artillery strike per team may be active at any given time. So that means you can only call in artillery per person, and you have to wait until that is done until you call in another one, so it won't be as spammy. Again, I didn't think anything was super wrong with the artillery. How it was, you just gotta, you know, have look at your map and like look at the red circle, bro. Avoid the red circles. Obviously, they're gonna put it on the point, in front of the point, or behind it. But at that point, that's why they turn friendly fire on. So you have to be more strategic with your placement of it. So for them to nerf it even more like that, they're basically turning radio men into kind of a afterthought. I feel like I don't know. Let me know how you feel about the artillery nerf in the comments. But I kind of liked it how it was one patch prior to this. The 48 seconds was fine, but now it's like a whole minute. Let's see. The preparation time for artillery has been increased by 5 seconds. Yeah. So yeah, it's 60 seconds instead of 48 seconds. When you have the upgraded radio man. Artillery ranging shots now do less damage. So, and the artillery does less damage overall as well. That's tough. Yeah, so rip artillery. I'm still gonna use it, but it's like wow. I wonder how good it's gonna be. I'm gonna get back to y'all on that when I unlock it, or not unlock it, but when I try it out. Aircraft. The basic bomber armament of the BF-109 G6 has been changed from one 250 kilogram bomb to four 50 kilogram bombs. The 50 kilogram bombs are trash. So you have to be very, very, very precise when you are, doing your dive bombing. And people complain about aircraft a lot, generally speaking, in this game. So I guess I don't necessarily see a problem with it, as long as because as long as you use the planes with the 500 kilogram bombs, you should be okay. Ground vehicles, historical viewing angles and scopes have been added for all armored vehicles. Yada yada yada, just quality of life stuff. Graphics, animations, and interface. Weapons and vehicle cards in the campaign menu have been more interactive by clicking on them. Blah blah blah. Don't worry about that. Animation, smoothness of controls, and the cannons have been blah blah blah. So tank angling. They're saying that basically when you're aiming your tank around, it'll be a little more smooth and easier to control and aim. I'm not mad about that. They basically added a bunch of graphic body effects for all the soldiers once they are killed. So if you burn them with a flamethrower, they'll be charred, or if you like blow their arm off, they'll have better effects. Basically making the game more realistic and more immersive and stuff like that. I'm all for it. Let's see what else they got. And they ain't talking about nothing. Economy. The experience standards in squads and lone fighters mode has been increased. The correlation between experience points gained in the battle has been adjusted, so we get more experience overall now. I'm actually okay. So I was thinking they was just gonna improve the experience gain for the lone fighters mode, but they're improving it all around according to the wording of this update right here. So I'm all for that. Big XP gains all around in the chat. Make sure you guys get a premium squad, because otherwise it takes forever to level up at all. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Killing opponents who defend points will now earn additional combat points. So basically it is encouraging people to play the objective. Everybody loves stuff like that, because a lot of the time, like I don't know if you guys experience this when you play with randoms, it just seems like they be running around aimlessly, or like you're just not getting any real like help. And I know this is more so a problem on console, which I guess that explains why this is a console specific update. But like, yeah, man, any way they can encourage people to play the objective, I'm all for that. Sound, the sound of shells and artillery has been improved. I bet the way y'all just nerfed it. Display current volume, blah blah blah. Fixes. Let me just go through all these fixes real quick. This is probably the last part. A bug in displaying the distance, blah blah. Machine gun destroyed, engineer. So basically, if somebody destroys the machine gun on the sandbags that you built, that point will go back into your engineer slot, so you can build another one, or it will count as destroyed. So for anybody who has engineer 2s unlocked, I'm sure you guys are happy about that. A delay while throwing a grenade in the ping has been fixed. The ability to enable or disable controller vibration in the settings without restarting the game has been added. Controller vibration, blah blah blah. Incorrect display of mines when rejoining the set. Excessive zoom. These are just a lot of really small quality of life changes. I'm trying to skim through really quick and pick out the best ones. Delays and dragging soldiers. This is all like menu stuff. The achievement multi-kill now displays the same number of frags that appears in the kills in a row. Yeah, it's just a bunch of small changes. Most of the stuff is quality of life. The big takeaway from this update is that artillery is kind of getting hammered into the ground in this update. But other than that, the lone fighters mode is now active. There's been a bunch of small quality of life improvements. Let me know what you guys think about the nerf to artillery. Do you think it was valid? Do you still hate it? And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Black guy out. Hmm.
Our defenses are failing.
Yo, I almost dropped 100.